Welcome, guys, to another vlog. This is our channel, YT underscore Real Vibes. So I'm here with my beloved wife, KK. As you all know, K rather I use the word beloved, right? But I'm from the whole order of English. Sometimes you will hear me break the English real bad. So broken English and also the old English. So I'm here with my beloved wife, Kay, right? And today we're gonna talk about long distance relationship.
Relationship.
Now, if you guys don't know, we are married, right? And this year will be how many years, Kay? Them start the woman and count the years. So
Seis.
how much years?
Seis.
How much?
Seis. 5.
Alright. Kay said this year will be 5 years of marriage. You sure? Alright, let's count our finger. 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Where you get 2020?
Okay, what year we get married?
2019.
Alright, so 2020,
Yes.
the first anniversary.
21.
21, 22,
22.
23,
24.
24, 25. Wait.
Hold on. Where you counting? Hold
Look,
on.
look, 20,
Yes.
21,
21.
22,
22.
23,
23.
24,
24.
25.
25. So
So
this year,
this is how much?
5.
Okay, you not get it. Look for my finger, good K.
20. 21, 22, 23, 24. What?
6 years.
This year make it 6 years.
Yes. So we're gone 5 good years,
Yes.
right? And in December, it's gonna be 6 years
6 years.
of marriage. Now look at that, guys. Normally them say, the man forget the date, the years, but you actually have us 1 year behind.
Not true.
Years move fast, though.
But hold on, remember me say it in a Spanish, you know?
What
Uno, dos,
Spanish?
tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Me no know
6.
Spanish. A 6 in it, say?
Yes.
Alright
Are
then.
you confuse me?
Alright, guys. Case of 6
Uno,
years.
dos, tres, cuatro, cinco,
Alright, uno
seis.
des, quech, cuatro, cinco,
Cinco.
cinco,
6.
seis.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so we're heading towards 6 years of marriage.
Yes.
Before marriage, we did almost 2 years together. Yes, almost 2 years, not fully 2 years.
Long distance.
Yeah. So we have been together from Wapi, Kilfilo. Basically, overall, in long distance relationship, we did like almost 4 years of long distance relationship.
With COVID.
We went through the COVID period, all of that. Yeah, it was epic. And during that, you know, season of long distance relationship, we had our own challenges, physically, spiritually. We had daughters. We have all the obstacles, the mountain, the barriers, but by the grace of God, we made it through. And we're here today. So we have, you know, experience when it comes to this long distance relationship. We're not just giving suggestion. And if you want to know how long the distance was, she was here in Canada and I was back home in Jamaica. So basically, she's in a different country and I'm in a different country. So this is not a relationship like she's in another city or another province. No, totally two different country. And it was not something which I see her like, every 3 months, 6 months. It wasn't like that. But one day we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
How we met for the first time, right? That topic is not for today,
No.
right? However, we have 10 things which we want to talk about when it comes to long distance relationship, right? So when it comes to long distance relationship, it may not be your ideal thing because originally you did want long distance
No.
relationship.
No.
What was your mindset originally towards long distance relationship?
I was totally against it.
Totally
That was one
against
thing
it.
I said. I would not date anybody that is not around me.
Yeah.
Totally against it.
So, what is your advice to somebody who's against long distance relationship, but maybe the Lord have it that is their way?
Have an open mind.
They have to have an open mind.
Yeah.
So, was it difficult transition from I'm against long distance relationship to being a long distance relationship, or I was this king that have you in that you're so blown away that you forgot your own morals and principles
Yes,
and
I was
standards.
blown away and I forgot about it all.
You forgot?
Because it didn't feel, even though we were distant apart, it didn't feel like that because the level of communication and everything, it didn't feel like that.
Okay. All right. So, guys, I hear that she was blown off her feet and there was no hurricane except myself. All right. So, what's number one thing when it comes to long distance relationship? For number one, we say a long distance relationship is a marathon, not 100-meter sprint race. As a consequence, your ability to endure is greater than speed.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So, what we're explaining there is if you watch track and field or the Olympic World Championship, you will see a 100-meter race. And a 100-meter race normally goes by 10 seconds or the least 9 seconds. But marathon race goes up to 2 hours, 4 hours, etc. Right? So if you're in a relationship which is long distance or thinking of going into one or in the process of going into one, you have to understand long distance relationship is a marathon.
Yes.
And if you want that relationship to be successful, you have to go with the mindset of being in a marathon race and not a 100-meter.
Yeah, take it slow.
Take it slow. Yeah. So due to that, in a 100-meter race, this guy can run super fast and reach the podium, attain the gold medal. But for you, you have to go over the hills, you have to go through the valley, you have to go through the mountain,
Yes.
you have to be able to endure, you have to have stamina, and all of that before you actually get to the prize.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest assets in marathon is stamina and your ability to endure.
Yeah, the endurance. Yeah,
The
I was just
endurance.
gonna say that.
Yes.
Endurance.
You can edify them on that.
Being that it is the long distance, you're gonna go through that phase where you wanna see each other, or you're gonna feel like, oh my God, is this even worth it? Because the transition from
Against it, The-
against the
long distance.
long distance versus having someone, you're gonna go through that phase where you feel like, oh my God, I can't do this no more. And then you're gonna have the days where you're like, okay, yes, this is definitely what I want.
Yeah. So to preserve yourself from actually getting into that roller coaster if you have the mindset of perseverance, endurance, it will save you a lot from a lot of trials and obstacles that you may face in a long distance relationship. So due to that, you have to understand if you're in a long distance relationship, you won't be able to have the kind of relationship your friends have.
Yeah.
So you can have, girls call their friends girlfriends, right? So you can have your own girlfriends and they be going out with their husband, right? Whosoever they're dating with, they're having the time of their life, you see they're walking, holding hands, and you're deprived of all of that,
But the
right?
good thing with ours, like because of our level of communication, we kept it going. If I'm going out, he's on the phone with me. I'm getting dressed. He's seeing what I'm wearing. I ask his opinion on what I'm wearing and so on. So that is what keep us going. We kept in tune with each other, always communicating. I think that was what kept us going, the constant communication.
All right. What is number two? Can you read it for us?
Number two, it says you need to develop patience, else you will burn out in the relationship from being impatient. And
Yeah.
that's what I mentioned earlier when
Yeah.
you asked me.
Long distance relationship, even no matter how you love the person, no matter what the level of connection that is there, if you're not patient enough, eventually it will literally burn you out
Yeah.
mentally, physically, in every aspect,
You get
even
frustrated.
spiritually. It will exhaust you.
Yeah.
You will pray, Lord, when I will be together,
Yes.
right? And the more you pray, the larger that gap between both of you. So even in prayer, you actually burn out. Your faith is
Yes.
burn out. The hope is burn out. So due to that, the only way you can actually prevent yourself from being burnout, you have to learn to develop patience.
Patience.
Yeah. So if you even in once you're in a long distance relationship, you have to be able to develop patience, as it will burn you out. Once you start to burn out, no matter the level of connection you have, everything will just fall off.
Yeah. Because of frustration.
The frustration will step in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, so one of the thing is, in a long distance relationship, you have to keep yourself from being burnout. All right, number three. Despite deep connection and chemistry are required in a successful relationship, building the connection hastily
Hastily.
can be a disadvantage over time. The way the human mind works, once there is a strong bond, it seeks for intimacy and fellowship at the highest level. This appetite for mental, emotional, and physical this appetite for mental, emotional, and physical unsatisfied leaves the soul in a way of depression, despair, unnecessary psychological battles, and uncertainty about the relationship.
Yes.
So I'm gonna explain what that means. Right? Now, when you're starting a long distance relationship, or if you're already in one, you don't want to move too fast where connection is concerned.
Yeah.
Because if you connect too fast,
The yearning, the longing.
right, you're gonna build an appetite where you want to physically be there with this person. You want to be able to hold their hands. You want to be able to look into their eyes and say, I love you.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be able to physically take them on a date. And if it's marriage, you want to get married
Yeah.
and be intimate, whatever.
So keep it on the
Right?
friend zone.
So, not necessarily friend zone, but kind of friend zone.
Yeah.
Right? So, in long distance relationship, even though in a relationship you want to build a bond, you want to have chemistry, you want to have strong connection. That strong connection, that strong chemistry and bond can actually do more harm
Yeah.
and damage if it is not administered correctly.
Yes.
That's why when you go to doctor, depends on your sickness, they will prescribe, the measure of dose of the
And the
medication
medication.
that you're to take. So even though this same medication you're taking, it is good, right? If you take more than what the body require,
Overdose.
right, you will overdose. So instead of the medication working to benefit you, it end up destroy you,
Yeah.
right? But somebody with a more critical condition need a higher dose of the medication, right? So in a
Yes.
long distance relationship, when it comes to chemistry, bond, connection, you have to apply that with wisdom, right? So if you're in a long distance relationship or already in a long distance relationship,
Are thinking of being
are
in one.
thinking of being in one, are in the process of getting into one, don't build connection, chemistry too quickly.
Yes.
I know another person that you will listen for relationship advice, they will tell you in long distance relationship, connection and bond, it is
It's what keep
important.
it going.
Fight for that. Build it quickly. No. If you build thing too quickly, it will destroy you.
Yeah.
Because once that thing is built, it will need something else to satisfy it. And you find when those lonely nights kicked in, those lonely days when the presence of the person is not there with you physically,
Yeah.
right? That love will begin to fight inside of you. It's like the connection will begin to give the uppercut. Bam! Right? In the rib cage, bam! Where's this person? I'm
Yeah.
longing for them. I want to give them that hug. And you're like, Mr. Connection or Miss Connection, the person is not here. They're in another
Yeah.
city. They're far away. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then you find this mental frustration
Yep.
comes down on you.
Despair, depression.
So now, when you're starting to feel the connection with the person, there's also a pain that comes with it. There's a disappointment that comes with it. There's a frustration. So this connection and bond that you now share with the person, it becomes a pain to you.
Yeah.
And the pain is that you cannot touch and see that person who your soul long for. It's like somebody is in prison. They have never have a relationship with their son or daughter, but when they went to prison, they build a relationship. And the judge says 10 years.
10 years.
And they in visitation, they can see that person on the next side.
Yeah.
And their soul is just want to stretch to that person, hug. Just want to go fishing, do something as a son and a mother or a father, daughter, and they're unable to. And you find that despite they never liked the person in the beginning, never had a good relationship, now having a good relationship with their son or daughter, it becomes so much thing of pain.
Yes.
Because they have to wait for that 10 years. So that is why in long distance relationship, don't be too quick
Yeah.
to establish a level of bond and connection to a certain level. So go slow where that is concerned. Let it build over time.
Yes.
Do not force it ahead. And you'll be like, but if I'm in a relationship, I want to feel love, I want to feel a connection. Yes, you will do. But don't allow the process to be out of ease. Allow it to gently form so it can actually last.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go to what? Where we at now?
Yeah. We're at
Yeah, let's go to,
number 3.
I think we are at, let me see, number 4. We may have 2 here.
Yeah, that's
All right,
what
so
I realized.
let's call this number 4.
Okay.
All right, number 4. So you may get extra tip on this thing. Number 4, okay?
It says, be proactive. Having too much time on your hand will be like punishing yourself.
All right. What are some ways you can explain to them they can be proactive?
Use your time wisely. Be at work. Um, Find some hobby to do. Go to the gym. Have a social life with your friends. Go to the movies. Like, just be proactive. So when you're proactive, you're not so much longing for that person to cause that despair and that anxiety. But when you're focused on something else, it's not like you're not gonna be communicating with your partner. Obviously, you're gonna be doing that. But when you're engaged in other things, it won't cause you to feel that level of longing for that partner, as he had mentioned before, because you're now active in doing something that you love, and it will bring a level of joy and happiness in your life.
Yeah, so you need what is called healthy distraction,
Right.
right? And some way, my wife explained, you can be proactive at work. Yeah. And let me say this, if you're in a long distance relationship and you're not working, long distance relationship is not for you. Because all them hours
Oh,
you're
Father.
gonna be at home is just punishing yourself.
Yeah.
You need a work, something will bring healthy distraction to you.
Yeah, because if it's a case where one party is working and the other is not working, the one that is not working
It's always
is
wanna
always gonna want to talk to the other one,
and they
and
can't.
can't, and obviously
Then
that's
that
gonna
builds
cause a longing
frustration.
and a frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she says in academic, you be proactive in the gym.
yeah,
So if you have the opportunity, you can go and join a gym. Go and join a gym. She also mentioned be proactive in your church. Yeah.
yeah,
So if you actually, you're attending a church,
yes,
if you're not attending a church and you're not thinking of it, join some level of social club or group or have something that keeps you proactive, that bring healthy distraction.
yeah. I actually missed that one. Yeah,
All right. What is number? So we'll say with the
number 5 now.
number 5.
Set goals together, work together, and fulfill the goals together.
Partners who are fulfilling goals together in long distance relationships have a higher success rate than those folks who waste themselves away in the name of love without any form of dreams, aspiration, and fulfillment.
Yeah,
Yeah, so one of the things that actually build long distance relationship, set goals, work towards them, and fulfill them. Why that is important? One of the things is, in relationship, it's not just love. It's not just this person let me feel this way now.
yeah,
But if you can be in a relationship and you can see that there's security and guarantee of your future together,
yes,
you will give anything for that relationship.
love alone can't keep the relationship.
Yeah. So oftentimes the reason why a lot of long distance relationship fail, they can feel the vibes, feel the emotion in the moment, but there's a level of uncertainty because there's nothing as a sign to say this thing will work
Right.
in the future. But if both of you set short little small goals together,
Yes.
work together, it will give both of you a strong sense that there's an actual future
Yes.
together. Yeah. Don't just be wasting yourself away in love. Hi, baby. How are you? Good morning. How was your sleep, baby? How was work today? All of that is good. But both of you should have something that brings a level of fulfillment, which should build both of you guys' confidence in security of your future and your destiny.
And what are some of those goals?
It can be financially, right?
So starting a business,
Not
having a
necessarily
business
say
plan.
starting a business, right? They don't have to, just meeting someone in a long distance
No,
relation.
no.
But if,
When I say start a business, I mean have a business plan because, as
yeah,
you said, having goals together.
yeah,
So they would be putting together a plan. When they come together, they will
yeah.
orchestrate that plan.
You can start minor things, minor business that may not come at a certain expense,
Yeah.
right? So if it fall apart, you don't have to go cry 90 days,
Right. 90 days
right?
fiance.
There are spiritual goals that both of you can set. Both
Yes.
of you are believers in Christ. You're at a place spiritually, right? And both of you says, you know what? In the next 6 months, this is where we want to be. So we're going to grind in prayer, in fasting,
Yeah.
in the word, etc. We're going to build. The Bible says iron sharpen
Sharpen iron.
iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, understand? So in whatever way, when it comes to career path, that is another way
Yes.
both of you can set goals and achieve it.
Yes.
Right? What is the next one? We are number 6 now.
Yes. It says. Oh yeah, you covered that already. No.
Not necessarily, but we read it out. Number 6, get wisdom.
Yes.
In long distance relationship, wisdom is better than
Than
love.
love.
And this is one of the things that kept us, because we always, will start that love is what keep us together. Love is what establish a relationship. But we are students
Yes.
of Dr. Miles Monroe. And through his teaching, we actually learned that if you want a relationship to sustain,
Yes.
it will be sustained through wisdom.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
what is wisdom? Wisdom is knowing the right way how to act, right?
Application of
Application of knowledge and understanding.
knowledge. Yeah.
So no matter how you love a person, if you do not know how to act precisely, that relationship won't be successful,
Right.
right? Now let me continue to read. Let's start. Get wisdom in long distance relationship. Wisdom is better than love. Once the storm of life hits, the emotion towards your partner is the first thing that will fly through the door. Only through wisdom you can navigate through the trials of long distance relationship. Love is a two-edged sword. In long distance relationship, it will burn passionately, but when it can't be fulfilled, it will turn against the soul who wields its blade. When the blade turns against you, you need wisdom to navigate through
the
the
storm.
storm. So in long distance relationship, and in fact our relationship, love is a two-edged sword.
Yes.
It burns passionately for whosoever it loves,
Yes.
right? But on the other side, if wisdom cannot navigate that blade, that same blade which should be used for success, it can also be used to destroy the one who wields the blade. So that is why we actually need wisdom when it comes to long distance relationship. So when we're stuck in the long distance relationship, we watch sermons and marriage, we read books, etc. And marriage, and we educate ourselves, we edify ourselves. We were not ignorant of Satan devices, and it such truly help us. All right, where we at? Number 7. Right, it says, as you prioritize the relationship, prioritize the growth of yourself above the relationship. See that one? It says, as you prioritize the relationship, prioritize the growth of yourself above the relationship. This growth must be mutual, where both parties empower themselves to be the successful man
And successful woman.
to be the successful man and woman tomorrow who will be living together. This will prevent unnecessary battles, disagreement, and arguments and confrontation when you just start living together. In the season being apart, Learn to outgrow conflicts and battles that will seek to infiltrate the relationship when you are together.
Yes.
If you do this, you will avoid a world of unnecessary battles in your relationship when you are together.
Together.
All right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to explain this now. There are battles that awaits every relationship when there's a decision we're going to live together. It's biblical. Adam was on the earth, you heard of no serpent whatsoever. The moment the Lord came to took the Eve out of Adam and says, all right, let's put you together. What happened? We saw Satan in the Bible.
Yes.
God was creating the earth. There was no mention, right, in Genesis of Satan. Right? He rests on the seventh day, no mention. Adam in the garden, no mention. The moment the woman came and they decide we're going to be together, right? Then the enemy
The conflicts.
appear,
Yeah.
right? So in coming together, there's always a warfare. You learn it in the Bible when the sons of God gathered in the book of Job. The Bible says also Satan
Satan
was
gathered there
in their
too.
midst too. So whenever there's a gathering in any way, spiritually, physically, the enemy will always seek to infiltrate
Yes.
that which is of God, that which belongs to God and to his people. So for every relationship coming together, there are battles that await that relationship.
Yeah.
However, preparation can prevent battles that the enemy preordained should happen in that relationship. So if both of you, while you are apart, is able to grow and mature, right? When both of you come together due to the level of maturity that is there are battles that should come in that relationship that won't be able to penetrate the relationship because of the level of maturity
Maturity.
that is there.
Yeah.
Now we ourselves are example because we was told that you guys have never lived together.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like living together. She have never lived together with anyone.
Nope.
I myself never lived together with anyone. So we have all these experts, and these are persons that some of them meant us bad, while some of them are sincere person, right? But they only know what they know.
Their experience.
And let me say this to you, as I'm sure that there's a saying in the church that there's a 7-year period in a relationship where Satan is in control. You have to go through that rocky path. Let no one tell you that foolishness. That there's a 7-year period of destruction, and after the 7 years, you
Then
begin
you
to.
have the joy.
No,
And
I told them,
bliss.
listen, when I get married to enjoy the relationship. I didn't get married to enter in the 7 years where Satan have him way in this
Right.
relationship. Because you know what? I've seen persons who are married for more than 7 years and Satan still give them uppercut. So if there was any period after the 7 years that they would enjoy marriage, and everyone who is married today after 7 years would be fine.
True.
But guess what? That's saying it came from the devil.
Yes.
So one of the things, let no one teach you that you will struggle in your marriage. You see, persons try to sow demonic words because negative words, which person try to sow in your heart, sow in your spirit, those are from demons.
Yes.
And anything which is a pattern and holds a system by it, it comes from the kingdom of darkness.
Yes.
So when person who suffer from, the hand of the enemy because they take certain words, they took certain advice which didn't came from the Holy Spirit. And those advices that in marriage, both of you gonna curse, both of you gonna have argument, both of you is gonna fight, both of they have a saying that mouth and teeth it's gonna meet, and
Have different two mindset.
two mindset, two different person, all of that. And guess what?
Personality.
I reject it
likes.
all.
Yeah.
And everything that I reject, it have never ever happened to us. Now, every relationship indeed have their own challenge. But I can sincerely say of everything that was spoken, which I resist, right? Didn't allow in the atmosphere of my life, other marriage, it never happened.
Right.
Right? It's due to that sometimes we don't even talk about marriage. Some we keep a marriage and low profile. You understand? However, by the grace of God, we thank God for what we achieve.
Yes.
Right? So as I was saying to you, before we actually live together, we spend time physically, spiritually, to prepare ourselves that certain battles will not infiltrate, the relationship. Right? So while both of you are apart, seek to have greater level of maturity that when both of you come together, that longing that is there for so long, you can able to have that full level of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Because to grieve the heart is so terrible.
Yes.
You see, imagine you're waiting on someone for 2 years, 1 year, 9 months to be together. And after all that longing, when you finally come together, it's like Tom and Jerry. It's going to pain your soul because that longing that is there that needs to satisfy won't be able to satisfy. And that will, the argument alone, yeah, it's going to mash up your meds, ruining you mentally. But to know the fact that you wait so long to have the time of your life and now it's a natural disaster, I'm telling you, that ain't easy.
No.
Right? So as both of you are apart, seek
Learn.
to grow
Yes.
and to mature. All right, what were they? Number 8,
Yes.
you can read it. As communication is vital.
It says, as communication is vital, don't just communicate. Be transparent in your communication. This level of transparency begins with basic things. Example, location, work, daily activities, mental health, your past, present, and future.
Yeah, because you see, in long distance relationship, everyone is gonna advise you communicate, communicate, communicate.
Yes.
Right? But listen, long distance relationship is not all about just communication. As we said above, wisdom matters.
It does.
And communication can be something it break the relationship apart. Yeah.
Explain.
I'm gonna explain. I have a part down here where I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay.
So yeah, listen, I am an expert,
You're expert. All right, Mr. Expert.
right?
Yes.
So in long distance relationship, they tell you communicate, right? But listen, long distance relationship is not just about communication. There's something which is needed far greater than communication. It's transparency.
True.
I'll tell you what,
Very true.
communication, listen to me, I say me I what? Expert. So let the
Yes,
expert
Mr.
speak.
Expert.
Speak,
Speak, Mr. Expert.
Communication will bring comfort,
Yeah.
but
Transparency.
will bring what?
Corruption.
Disruption. Listen,
Clarity.
don't spoil me to, Communication brings comfort.
Yes.
Listen, a word, I give them wisdom.
Listen, guys.
But transparency
Preach, boy.
will bring trust.
Oh.
Hey,
Yes.
deep, no?
Deep.
Let me say it again.
Yes.
Communication
Yes.
will bring comfort,
It does.
but transparency
Brings
will
trust.
bring trust.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. It's more difficult to establish trust
Yes.
in a relationship than anything.
True.
So most people who is teaching you about long distance relationship is just teaching you communicate, 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 just to bring comfort.
True.
right? But no one is telling you, instead of just communicate, learn to be transparent.
Transparent.
And if
Yeah.
you have trust, even in the moment you cannot communicate,
Yes.
that transparency will hold the relationship together.
True.
So watch this now. As she was telling you before, when we were together in a long distance relationship, it was like I was physically there
Yeah.
with her.
It felt like that.
And why did it feel like that?
Because the bond that we shared, the trust that was there.
Yeah. And anything that I'm doing, she knows.
Yeah.
Right? If she eat, I see the meal. If she's
Yes.
going on the road, what you like this dress? What do you think of this? You know, I want to buy this dress. What this size is this?
Yeah.
I was totally involved. Vice versa.
Vice versa
It's
with
the
him.
same thing
Exactly.
with me. I'm going to church today. All right, I gotta take a
You
picture.
take a picture, send it to me.
After church, this is what I look like.
Yeah.
I'm going to work. This is what is happening.
And the
right?
decision to be made, I'm the first one he reached out to, vice versa.
Yeah, and she gave some examples. Say location,
Yeah.
right? Work, daily activity. You know, these are things you have to be transparent. Mental health. It's okay to be vulnerable to you today. I feel really stressed, really
Yeah.
down. Right? It's okay. It's fine. Be transparent about your past.
Yeah.
You know, you have to build a relationship on a healthy foundation. And your present, right? You have to be transparent also about your future.
Yeah.
Some of us, we have also, motives.
Motives.
As we're in the relationship, we're like, if this thing don't work, all right, what if it work? What other opportunity we can create for myself?
Ulterior motive.
Ulterior motive, right? So that can't work.
Yeah.
All right. Now you ask a question. Why is it I say too much communication not good in a relationship? Remember, I'm tell you, I am a
In
what?
a relationship or long distance?
Long distance relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. So, watch this now. Me tell you, I am a what?
Expert.
Relationship expert. Now read it to them. You know, when you have cards, you have the ace, right? You have the jack. You have the queen. You have the king. But guess what? You have the ace. So you see that card there me a drop now?
Right.
This is our ace. Read the ace, make them hear it.
It says, learn to miss each other. It rekindles the love and passion towards each other. Don't communicate 24/7, else both party presence will miss that aura and awe when their presence is felt.
Yes. So you see, listen guys. It said learn to what?
Miss each other
And it will kindle the love
and passion.
and passion for each other. So there's good in actually not communicating. So if you're in a long distance relationship, do not communicate 24/7. Because if you communicate 24/7, the aura won't be there anymore. The glory won't be there. It's like, if you see the president of America today, Donald Trump, you will be blown away. But you see, if you become familiar every day, you're
Yes.
seeing the president, you're like, yo, somebody gonna say, Donald Trump. You're like, oh,
Yeah. Oh, see him already.
I see him already.
Right.
Right?
Or even example with food.
Yeah.
Like you eating the same thing over and over, you're gonna get Clyde.
Yeah. So that's what excessive communication does to long distance relationship.
Yeah.
So at times it's gonna be boring, it's gonna be dry, until eventually, just like she used the example of a meal, you eat it over excessively, your body will start to reject it, right? But if part of you will begin to miss that person when you see your phone ring, when you get that text message, and you,
Excitement.
baby,
How you doing?
right?
I miss you.
Right? Something will rekindle
Yeah.
on the inside. So we say there are simple ways you can do this. What are some of the ways?
Females do girls' night out with your girls if you are able to do it. Male pay for the girl night out.
Yeah.
Male go out with your friends. You can go and watch football, whatever sports that you like. You can go and watch that. It says moments like these create fresh rejuvenation for each other. So missing each other is extremely vital.
Yes. So if you're in a long distance relationship, you have to learn to miss each other.
Yeah.
Now I know there are individuals who are highly insecure,
Oh yeah.
right?
That
So
that
you
would
have
be
to
a problem.
measure, your partner level with how long they are able to deal with isolation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see they can't exceed 2 hours, right? Don't go over the 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because after that their mind will lose, all the screw will lose. Right? So you have to know your partner how long they can deal with isolation or that loneliness.
And that's why it come back down to, as you said, trust. Trust
Trust.
is important.
Yeah. And over a period, once you do that, trust is established, eventually they will learn and the insecurity eventually will go away.
Right.
Yes. All right. Number what? 10?
Yes.
All
You want me
right.
to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says always celebrate each other. Always celebrate each other birthday and the anniversary day you met. Celebrate these days according to the best of your ability. You can do this by sending gifts, videos, letters, and many other things, or many other ways.
Many other ways. All right, watch this, guys. Now we're gonna say the month we met. So when you see me raise my hand like this, we say the month together.
Yeah.
All right.
March.
Hear that? Both of us say what?
March.
Now we gonna say the day together. All right. The day we met.
You remember?
I want you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 10.
10th. Yeah.
You see that,
The
guys? I remember 2018,
Yeah. Yeah.
March
March 10th,
it-
2018.
the 10th.
Yeah.
About 6 p.m., somewhere there in the evening.
On a Saturday.
She remember the day we met,
Yeah.
right? So always seek to celebrate each other. The day you met, birthday, any level of achievement, your partner get promotion at
Yes.
work, any even the simplest fashion or way you can celebrate each other.
Yes.
Do so. All right. Let's go. Number 11.
It says if it be possible, create a healthy relationship between both party, families and friends. Don't isolate yourself in the relationship.
All right. Read the explanation.
When you are able to have a relationship with your partner's friends and families, if it be possible, such friendship and relationship eventually create a stronger bond for your relationship.
Yes. And notice we use the word if it is possible. Because we know there are relationship where there are some families, they are literal vampires. And you can't actually build no bond. That is why we use the word if it
Yeah.
is possible. However, a long distance relationship where there's an establishment of bond, communication with families and friends, it work much better.
Yeah.
So when we were in long distance relationship, she introduced me to her
Mom
friends,
and sister,
sisters,
everybody.
everybody, right? And that helped to strengthen
The relationship.
the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when both of you are isolated,
Yeah.
there's no level of expectation from anyone. There's no level of accountability. There's anyone to encourage you, right? It will be more difficult,
Yeah.
right? No one is there to say, How is your fiance? How is, you know, this or that? It will be more difficult.
Yeah.
It's just you yourself alone have to deal with this world of loneliness, right? But when you have someone to say, "Whoa, that is a nice lady," you know, that is a nice gentleman, I've watched a relationship, see both of you are building something together, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I just want to encourage you to continue to go on. You know, it's worthwhile, it's
Right.
worth something.
Yeah.
And even if there's a challenge which you would think of giving up on the relationship just because your mom, your dad is in the relationship,
Yeah.
it will push you to actually do more.
Right.
Right? So even as we encourage us, we say if it be
If
possible.
it be possible.
Because there are some friends that are Sambalat and
Tobias.
Tobias, right? And you can't reveal anything to them. So if it be possible, go ahead and establish that.
Yeah.
Number 12 and last.
All right. It says, always pray together because tremendous and miraculous things happen through prayer, worship, and the word of God. Let Jesus Christ and his word, through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, be your guide, strength, and comfort.
All right. So you're going to explain the last one to them, why prayer is vital from your own experience.
Prayer is vital in any relationship, whether friendship, marriage, it is vital because, as he mentioned before, the enemy is always out there. First of all, the enemy does not like marriage. Remember that. The enemy does not like marriage because it is a covenant that is between the man, the woman, and God. And anything that is a covenant, Satan will always seek to destroy it. Marriage also is a ministry. That is another thing. So Satan will always try to attack the marriage because he knows what comes with a marriage. That's why the Bible always speak of if a man of God, if there's dispute in the home, he has to first fix it and not bring it over into the church. So it shows you the importance of a marriage. Now, what prayer does, prayer fortifies that relationship. So if the enemy is trying to break that relationship, the prayer will help to fortify it. It will also allow one to foresee the plans of the enemy so a person can strategically pray against the plans of the enemy. So that is the importance of why prayer
Is
is
important.
is needed in relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, it help you to develop resistance against things that will cause infiltration in the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are so many things that happened while we were apart, and just by simple praying, when those challenges came, they were like nothing. You know, those warfare, those attack came.
Yes.
We overcame them
Through
because
prayer.
we pray.
Yeah.
So if you're in a long distance relationship, even if it's just 10 minutes, pray together 10 minutes. When you're not praying together, you know, go in the secret place by yourself and the Lord will reward you openly.
Yes.
Set that relationship in a perpetual manner before the Lord. And when you're praying about that relationship, it's not just we want it to be successful,
Yeah.
but we want to inject the mandate, the purpose of heaven into this relationship. Yes, Lord, I want it to work. I want to be married. I want to be together. But I want the heart of God
Yes.
to be expressed through this relationship. And if God has a heart towards a marriage of
Yes.
what it should look like, God, we are availing ourselves so our relationship will able to manifest the imprint of your heart,
Yes.
to manifest the desire, the aspiration, and the agenda of heaven. So in simple terms, Lord, here is this relationship. Use it as a vessel
Yes.
to glorify thyself, even as you glorify us.
And as you're speaking, and that is important. That should be the foundation of the relationship. God being the center and the foundation of your relationship.
Yes. So people, we advise you a long distance relationship. As we say, we did 4 years in it, came out successful. We are a success. And one of the things that drive that success is the last advice we gave on prayer. So make sure you put the Lord in the center of that relationship, you know. Also, please remember to what?
Like
Share,
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
Also, people, if there's a topic you want us to discuss,
Yes.
please let us know. You know, don't be silent. We will talk about it. Any topic you want us to discuss, we will discuss it.
Yes.
Right? So, I am your boy. What my name, K?
Real vibes.
Real Vibes. and this is your girl,
KK.
KK. Alright, guys. See you until then. Take care. Shalom. Thanks for tuning. Thanks for watching. Remember to like the video.
Yes.
Remember to comment as well.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
us
leave your question.
leave your question, your whatnot, your dresser. Let us know how this vlog has inspired you,
Yes.
motivate you. Even if you dislike it, tell us why. A woman said today, what
Yeah,
did he
what you
say?
disagree with.
It's okay. Express yourself, you know, in the comment section. Let us know. All right, so we're gonna say bye-bye in the gaming world. You know, always say bye-bye in the gaming world. All right? So, GG's, guys.
GG's.
Take
Oh,
care.
you forgot before me.
All right, go on ahead.
No, come. 1, 2, 3.
GG's. Take care.
All right.
All right, bye. Yay.